Welcome to the channel. Today, you saw in the intro, we'll be making a Mediterranean salmon. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees, like so. And for our next step, we're going to take the zucchini and we're going to just chop it up like this. You can chop it into bigger pieces, smaller pieces, however you prefer to eat your zucchini. Then this is what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to just fast forward this part because I'm sure you don't want to listen to me talking the whole time while I cut the zucchini. So I will be back for the next step. So here are the spices that we will be using today as we make the sauce glaze that will go over the salmon today. So as you see, this is, again, I've said in previous videos, I like to use avocado oil. It's a little bit of a healthier version. I do have olive oil on the back. As you see, once I move the avocado, you see the olive oil on the back. You can use that. Like I said before, it's totally your preference. So, this is a tablespoon of this, and all the ingredients are in the description. So to see exactly what I use, you can always look in the description. And I'm just gonna let you watch as I mix this, and I'll be back to talk when it's time for the next step. So I do want to mention, as you see here, as I'm stirring it, it's kind of like a chunky kind of look. You want it to be more liquidy. So as you see here, I am going to add a little bit more olive oil. You may have to adjust a little bit. As you see, this is how much I pour. Again, you start how you need to, and you just kind of adjust to where it's more of like a liquid. As you see, as I want to stir it, see how it's more liquidy now. It's not as like chunky. You want it to look like this, so when you put it on the salmon, you're not just putting like chunks of the sauce on there. You want it, a little liquid, so it like kind of dresses the salmon a little bit better. So I'm just gonna stir this a little bit more, and I'll be back. Okay, so now we are going to move on to our next step, which is putting all the ingredients together on our baking pan. So as you see here, I am opening the salmon. I got this salmon pre-cut already in 8-ounce slices. So if you didn't get pre-cut, and this before you do this, obviously you're gonna have to cut it. But as you see, I'm just laying it out right in the middle as I have 3 pieces, which I like to have 3 pieces. I mean, if you're making for more, obviously maybe you could rearrange it a different way, use it twice. But as you see, this is how I'm gonna do it. It's just 3 slices right here in the middle. And as you see, we are gonna take our zucchini and we're just gonna, place it around the salmon on the outside of the pan. It doesn't have to be in any particular order. However you arrange it, as your pan is bigger, smaller. So however you decide to arrange it is perfectly fine. Just make sure they're not really touching the salmon. You don't want them on top of the salmon. You want the salmon by itself. So as you see, this is how I'm gonna do it, and I'll be back for the next step. So now our next step, as you see, will be to put the grape tomatoes on the pan. Now, you just mix them around like you did the zucchini. You could put a few on top of the zucchini, it's not gonna matter. Just you don't want to put on top of the salmon, so you're just gonna place it around the salmon, like so. And I'll be back for the next step. So for our next step, we are going to take the sauce or glaze, whatever you prefer to call it, and we are going to just put it on the salmon. As you see, I put 1 drop right in the middle. Just move this in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so now you see how I just put it on top of the salmon like this. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just spread it all over the salmon. Because you don't want to take a bite of the salmon and not have the glaze. So, make sure you cover the entire salmon with it. As you see how I'm doing, I'm just putting it on there and then just kind of spreading it around so it does cover the entire salmon. And as I do this, I'll let you watch and I'll be back for the next step. So as you see, for the next step, we're just going to drizzle some avocado oil on the grape tomatoes and the zucchini, or if you use olive oil, you're going to do the same thing. This will help it give a little bit more flavor. And I know everybody loves flavor when they eat, but it does also help it cook, which I guess is probably the main reason you should put it on there. But anyway, let's move on. I'm going to now just sprinkle some oregano on it. As you see, this does not help it cook. This does give it more flavor. So if you want some more flavor, make sure you do this step. And now, as you see, this is how I arranged it. Again, yours might look slightly different, really depending on your pan size or however your salmon size. So, but you get a general idea of how it should look. And as you see, we are now going to put it in the oven. I like to put it on the bottom shelf. I feel like it helps it cook a little better. And now we are going to just set our timer. And you're going to cook this for 20 minutes. And I will be back when it's time to take it out of the oven. And now that it's cooked, it's time to take it out of the oven so you can enjoy it. A little friendly reminder, always grab a mitten. I have sometimes not even thought about it, almost grabbed it without a mitten. So I'm just giving you a little friendly reminder. But anyway, here it is. Here is your Mediterranean salmon. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on Kuhash Joe. Enjoy and smacznego.